Dear participant, welcome to this video presentation. The purpose of this video presentation is to show the typical roadmap of 5S implementation in any organization. First, I will take you through to a 15-step 5S typical implementation in any organization, followed by session 2, wherein we will see the pictures that how those things were done in an organization. The first and foremost point is to have the objectives, goals and policies on 5S, which are normally approved by top management. Very importantly, a reward policy should also be thought at this point only. Step 2. Form 5S Council. The point is steering committee followed by auditors committee and implementation committee and journal members. Normal recommendations are that journal leaders should be shopper people as far as possible, and others can be members. Step 3. Set up 5S zones. Each area or the whole area of the organization should be conveniently segregated in various zones. The criteria would be that in one zone, either number of people should not be very large or the area should also not be very small. The step 4. First, we need to share the aspects of 5S to top management, middle managers and also the workers. Workers, there are 2 points here. Either we start for the full project or full organization at once, or highly recommended that we start only for a pilot area. Having succeeded in pilot area, we can go to the whole organization, because then marketing and advertising the pilot becomes very easy. Step 5 is preparation for 1S, 2S, 3S. Means red tagging, means disposal of unwanted items, means deciding the min-max levels, means also deciding the layout, how the flow will take place, and of course cleanliness, the first initial cleanliness. The step 6 is preparation of 4S, means all the guiding documents, means standards preparation, signage preparation, label preparations. Those need to be added. Having done 3S, we need to of course do the preparation for 4S. Having done 4S, we have to move towards 5S. Before we go for 5S, I think we need to have internal auditors and a layered process audit. Through that layered process audit plan, we will be implementing the auditing practice. Normally the leaders at the floor are trained on the internal auditors aspect, and the best methodology is to undergo this online course, and I'm sure you will have the internal auditors trained in your organization. Step 8 is prepare 5S audit check sheet. I'm sure those who have undergone this video for preparing audit check sheets and how to score on 5S that has already explained very well on this aspect. Step 9 is prepare layered process audit. Step 10, conduct audits according to layered process audit, LPA. Step 11, display the 5S audit trends. What are the scores in each area, S-wise score, and in the entire organization, area-wise score on 5S can be presented. Take corrective actions on issues on 5S. Conduct refresher training on 5S. If you are not able to achieve the desired benchmark level of the 5S score, motivate the team by awards and rewards. That is very, very important from the effective implementation perspective, and from the support from the top management perspective is very, very critical. From the also sustenance point of view. Step 15, prepare 5S procedure and integrate in the current QMS and the other relevant documentation available in the organization. So these are the 15 steps. I'll take you through to some photographs. Typically these actions were done in an organization. We can see initial training is being done in local language through experiential learning, through role plays and visuals. Here, followed by that, the role plays, training, followed by that, just training is not good enough. We have a methodology wherein people are trained in class and they immediately are taken to the floor to understand the 1S, 2S, 3S and other aspects along with the visuals. You can see there is a visual being carried so that those can be explained, and the red taking starts, which is the first S, and followed by 2S. If not in a very systematic manner, at least from the demonstration point of view, 2S can be done. And of course, cleanliness. You can see people are doing the red tagging here, and they are now placing the things at right places. And then you can also see a demonstration of a team formation where a journal leader picture is there, who is taken from the shop floor, and there is also cleanliness going on. Red tag is applied. 2S, 3S activities where the layout is finalized, put on this. The labeling is being done. Now this 4S activity. Also 3S activity here, somebody is cleaning. So we are trying to do a cleaning. Having done 1S, 2S, 3S. The 4S, you can see how the marking on the floor and various markings, say red, blue, yellow, and the relevant marking where it clearly tells the operator that what is to be kept where. And this 4S becomes, I also call it as a Guru S. So 1S, the 4S of 1S, for example, the rectangle area marking. 4S of 2S. For example, where the things need to be kept, which kind of roll is to be put where, and 4S of 3S, cleaning check schedule, wherein 5W1H of cleaning, that what is to be cleaned, who is going to clean, when is going to clean, how is going to clean, is all referred to here in the cleaning schedule. So this is the 4S activity. Followed by that, the audits are being carried out by the auditors, and auditors' results are displayed in the 5S board, on the Kaizen boards and spider chart, and there are trends and photographs, the worst point photography, best point photography, fixed point photography, all these tools, and also the rewards, and people who get the good marks are rewarded finally. And this motivation goes on and the story goes on. The audit award training goes on. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation.